from Jens Tobias, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I have another video about gold prospecting in Baja California, Mexico. But before we watch the video, I've got some big news. This is my new book, The Gold of Northern Baja, a history and travel guide. This was published in August of this year, 2023, and it's a book about gold in Baja. It has a description of all of the major gold districts in the northern part of Baja, starting in the north, the Sierra Cucapa, Sierra Juarez, Real del Castillo, all the way down past Bahia de Los Angeles to the Campo, El Arco area, and this small district down here near Bahia Asuncion. And as advertised, it is a history as well as a travel guide. So it talks about Hernan Cortez, it talks about the missionaries, it talks about the Indians, it talks about foreign colonization at the turn of the last century, but mostly it talks about gold. It has chapters about the history of gold in Baja, geology of gold, rules and regulations and safety considerations for prospecting in Mexico, how to travel in Baja, and then description of the 10 gold districts and how to get to them and places to stay near them, both campgrounds, motels, and primitive camping areas. The book does have a few pictures, but it's mostly text. 100,000 words about gold in Baja California. Here's a picture of an old cistern in the Huerfanito district. That's south of Puertecitos, and that's the area that I'll be in this video. So the book also has maps, 10 maps, each one corresponding to one of the gold districts that's mentioned in the narrative, showing the roads, areas of mineralization, mining areas. So if you want to learn about the gold in Baja, it's a great book. If you want to go there and do some prospecting, it'll give you some ideas about some areas that are very hard to get to. And even if you don't want to go prospecting in Baja, it's a great book to learn about some areas that you can visit and see some really remote parts of the peninsula. This is available on Amazon.com. If you go to the book section, just enter Baja Gold or Jens Tobias. It'll pop right up and you can buy it for $28.50. And you should have it in 3 to 4 days. Anyway, let's get on with the video. As mentioned, this is in the Huerfanito district south of Puertecitos. I actually shot this video quite a long time ago, but I'm just using it to plug the book. And I have a bit of a spoiler. In this video, I did not find any gold. That's gold prospecting. You don't always get lucky, but I hope that it's a fun video to watch just to get an idea of what the area down there is like. And you can probably figure out where this is pretty easy. If you want to know exactly where it is, buy the book. It'll tell you. Anyhow, let's get on with the video. Welcome to another edition of exploring the gold districts of Baja California. So we're back in the Big Arroyo. This is south of Puertecitos. It's a well-known placer, and this big flat pad here is all full of tailings. These are tailings piles from an old placer mining operation. And in other places I have found that if you move these rocks, sometimes there's a little bit of gold that they missed in the rocks, because these were screened before the material was run through a sluice. These larger rocks were screened through a grizzly, and sometimes there's a little bit of gold in the dirt that was clinging to the rocks. Let's show this canyon here first. So on the other side is big blocks of some kind of volcanic material, and then on this side, the inside bend, is a big pile of alluvial gravels. You see, that's a big pile of screened rock right there. So we're gonna get a little sample out of this rock. And it looks mostly like just bare rock, but in some places there's little pockets of soil, fine material. So we're gonna get a sample right out of here. This brush here was washed down in a flood a couple years ago. I have another video of the before and after that flood. So I'm really not expecting to find any gold here. You can just drive right up to this pile. It's not a big secret. I actually like to get into this stuff, these big heavy rocks, as that's the stuff they screen dry. This might have been screened wet, this smaller stuff, but I'm not really into moving a bunch of heavy rocks. Today it's already 90 degrees, so I'm just basically scooping this stuff out by hand. And we'll go till we got a half a bucket, and then take it back to camp and pan it out. So this material was actually mined about a mile upstream from this location. It was brought here, I guess, to be processed. Maybe there was water here. I kind of regret having come down in here today, because there's a big trench somebody's dug. It's an exploration trench. People have been in here since 1905, more or less up to the present day. You can see little pits and holes all over the place everywhere. But
To get here, I had to go down a really steep grade, and I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get back up it. We'll see here in a second. There's more piles of tailings over there, more pits, big trench. Somebody actually had a big excavator in here further upstream, and they mined it. Down here there's also a lot of evidence of digging. Anyways, we'll find out here in 1 second if we're gonna be able to get out of here. So this is our little grade here. I regret coming down here. I'm gonna need both hands for this, so we'll put the camera. Right there. Get a shot of the hood. Come on, girly. Come on, girly. I'm gonna do that again. Next time, that one we're doing on a motorcycle or a quad. Get out of first gear. Alright. Woohoo! Yeah! There's our canyon. We can figure out where this is pretty easy. But figuring out where the gold is, it's not that easy. It's hard to find gold in this canyon. And here we are at the Campo. I'll get a load of this. This is my front yard. This area in the past was really hard to get here. They've recently built a big brand new paved highway. You can get here fairly easily. And the guy that owns this Campo wanted to rent lots to Americans to have their own little beachfront paradise. But he put in a boat ramp. Basically what happened is it turned into a fish camp. So there's guys lunching pangas, mariachi music, and trash everywhere. Gill nets. These guys are fishing scallops with a hookah. And it won't be long before it's fished out. When I first got here, this place was scallop paradise. And like I said, it won't be long before they're all gone. I guess people have to make a living. It's kind of sad to see these wild areas becoming accessible. Anyhow, here's our sample from the rock pile. This is another sample I got out of one of those trenches down at the bottom. And like I said, I seriously doubt if there's going to be any gold in this stuff. But if there is, there's lots more where that came from. Now there's two of them running compressors. The other thing about fish camps is, in addition to litter and noise, there are bad smells and flies. So, I don't know if we'll be renewing our annual lease. Anyway, this is the second sample. And this is a layer of the native sediments right out of the side of a cut. So this is not tailings. This is the sediments in the bottom of that arroyo. The first sample did not have gold. Okay. So no luck so far. So I always pan these 1/8 inch overs just in case. So I had an idea. I want to throw this little lead pellet in there to represent a gold nugget, just to see if I would actually find it. There's my rocks. Throw a nugget in there. There it is. So, if it had been a gold nugget, I would have found it. Okay, panned all of it, found a lead pellet that I put in there myself. This is the black sand. We'll save that and pan it later, but I sure didn't see anything. And if you can't see it with the naked eye, it's not really worth panning. But we'll look at it with a microscope later. And that'll conclude today's prospecting. I also want to say I don't have anything against Mexican people or Mexican fishermen. They're pretty much good, honest, hard-working people. But if you have a place where they catch fish, it's gonna have flies and smell like fish. Anyway, it's nice to get out and do a little prospecting. Made it back up that steep grade. That was something to celebrate. The ice is all gone, but I've got cheap vodka and pineapple juice. Anyway, the water is a very sort of mirror-like color today. This water is incredible. It goes from almost a blue-green to like an electric blue that's so intense it almost hurts your eyeballs to look at it. It's really an amazing color. And those are islands out there. That one on the right is a volcano, little Mount St. Helens. You see the dome there, it blew its top. On the other side there's a big crater, and it's all obsidian. So, a very volcanic area, which is kind of interesting that there's even gold here. Gold is usually associated with quartz and granite, and this is all volcanic. But somewhere in there was a little bit of gold eroded out of some vein that was associated with these metamorphic volcanics, metavolcanics. It's an oddball gold deposit for sure. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Jens Tobias. And bye-bye. Another day in paradise.